UFO Recording Center?
Yeah, I got a doozy for you.
Okay.
Gonna put me into the hospital, I tell you that.
What happened?
I'm a truck driver. I had a load to Salt Lake City from Banning. I pulled over. I got out of the truck, kind of stretched. I looked up at the stars, and I saw these quite a few of them that were kind of low, and they were like flickering. You know, what could they be? And then it occurred to me, maybe I'm seeing a UFO.
We're on air traffic control tower in Portland.
Yes, sir.
I guess I have a UFO report. What they drew, these four people pretty much agreed that actually what they drew, it looked like a fedora hat.
I saw something spectacular in the sky last night that I have no explanation for. In fact, I'm sure as many as 50 to 100 people saw it in different areas last night. I'm sure it had as many as 20 pulsating red lights. One white light
it was about
in front of it.
100 feet from me. To me, it looked about like something, like I said, right before, I remember seeing it, but after that, it just, I don't exactly remember too much.
And I could see this very bright red light, and then it would change to a kind of a blue light, in this, reflecting off the clouds.
Yes.
And I could also hear this very loud buzzing noise.
My daughter is 7 years old, and she said it was in the shape of a square. She said she's seen 4 red lights in the corner and a white one in the middle.
We had an aircraft at 35,000 feet westbound. They reported sighting 4 objects. 3 of them were at his altitude, and one of them was a lot lower.
And we observed an unknown phenomenon this morning, about 1600 Zulu. And we observed it for about 10 to 15 minutes. The targets were approximately 200 miles west of San Francisco over the water. They flew in what appeared to be unison, approximately 90 miles apart. Their speed was in excess of 2,000 knots. They did a high-speed run for about 75 miles, made a very abrupt slowdown, and then a 180-degree turn and tracked back northbound in excess of 2,000
fire engine,
knots.
red lights, Kelly green lights, orange lights. It would shut all them lights down and turn it bright white. It was zigzagging in and out. It was shooting from one side of the sky to the other side. It was almost as if it was rolling.
After 8 to 12 seconds of this boiling, he saw an object come up out of the water and go straight up into the air. It was a circular-shaped object.
I'll give you a brief on it. I was dispatched on a UFO sighting. When I arrived, what I saw was a real large craft in the air, circular. I would say it was at least 25 yards wide, or in diameter actually would be. And it was hovering over a house. It was motionless.
They're real bright like a star, and when it gets closer to you, it gets dimmer. And then when it lands, it glows into a big orange, kind of like looking at the sun or something. And then when the light goes out, it's like you turn down a kerosene
What exactly
lamp.
happened was it was myself and a friend were flying. I'm a commercial pilot.
Yes.
And saw this object, and it wasn't bright like a light. It was shining like polished aluminum or polished metal.
Yes.
It was like a point source that was emanating several shafts of black light. It was like negative light. There's got to be several hundred people that saw it.
We had an aircraft that sighted a UFO. The pilot reported an object passed approximately 1/8 of a mile in front of the aircraft. It was described as being box-shaped.
And as soon as I pulled over, this object came straight at us, straight to our vehicle. It was huge. This thing was huge. It was black, huge. It had these triangle lights on it.
I've never been a believer of UFOs in my entire life, and I just seen a minimum of 9 this morning with my own eyes, and I mean, I'm a believer. The one orange and at least 9 of the bright moving lights.
By it, and I was just staring at it, stopped in my vehicle, and it started to move. And it had lights down each side of it, like a triangle.
Yes.
And then next thing I know, I didn't take my eyes off the damn thing. It was gone.
My little brother, he's 3, he'll be 4 next month. Last night he started talking to my parents, and I just got done talking with him. he told my dad, you have to lock the door because the creatures are going to come get me. And he said, the men in the stars, he said, they're coming to get me. They follow him. When he goes outside, he says, the star follows me. The star follows me.
You'd have to experience this in order to believe me. I'm afraid to walk outside. I need help. I don't know how to deal with this. It's so strange. I'm frightened to go to sleep. What if they come back?